What's going on, guys? You're watching the Brawadis NBA Show Draft Edition, and I'm your host, Brandon Brawadis. Today we're going to be discussing everything NBA draft. We're going to start off with the draft's biggest steals. At number 10 yesterday, the Miami Heat selected small forward out of Duke University, Justice Winslow. This kid was a projected top 5 pick throughout the entire college season, leading up to the draft. I don't know how he felt at 10. I know one thing, Pat Riley's not complaining about this pick. The Miami Heat are lucky to land this kid. People see him as a mix between Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard, best case scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up to that status. Bobby Portis, power forward out of Arkansas, picked 22nd overall by the Chicago Bulls. This kid could have went 13th or 14th to the Suns or Thunder. He fell all the way to 22. Maybe Fred Hoiberg plays his rookies, unlike Tom Thibodeau. We're going to see why this kid was a steal. Rondé Halls-Jefferson out of Arizona, picked right after Bobby Portis at 23. He was selected by Portland, but he's going to be actually going to Brooklyn in that Mason Plumlee deal. Arguably the best defender in the draft, a hell of an athlete. He obviously needs to improve his offense, but I think Brooklyn fans are going to be real happy with this kid. My last draft day steal, R.J. Hunter. He could have went late lottery or at worst early 20s. This kid fell all the way to 28. He fell to the Celtics. I think this is maybe the only smart move they made during the draft. I was worried he was going to go to Golden State as if they needed any more shooters. This kid could flat out shoot. He could score the ball. He's kind of a combo point and shooting guard. I think he's a perfect fit for Boston and great value at 28. The biggest reaches in the first round, I'm going to have to go with Will Cauley-Stein, number 6. There were reports right before the draft that he would fall due to the injury that he had in his foot or ankle. He could have fell all the way to 9 through 13th. He could have fell to 9, 10, 11, 12, and the Kings took him at 6. But what do you expect? They are the Sacramento Kings. Also, Trey Lyles at number 12. I don't know how he fits Utah, honestly. Maybe they're looking to move one of their big men. I think he could have went in the late teens, mid-20s. They took him at 12 when Devin Booker was still available and Utah needs shooting. Last first-round reach that I have, Terry Rozier out of Louisville. Boston took him 16th overall. This kid was a projected late first-round pick. Boston did not need any more guards. They took him 16th overall. I don't know how that's going to pan out. Biggest winners of this draft, for sure the Houston Rockets. I give them an A+. They took Sam Decker, 18th. This kid could have been a top 10 pick. They took Montrezl Harrell in the second round. Montrezl Harrell, second round. That's all I'm going to say. They also just signed Christian Wood out of UNLV, who is arguably the best undrafted free agent that was out there. They definitely won this draft. I give them an A. Also, the Minnesota Timberwolves. You're always going to be a winner when you have the number 1 pick. They took Karl Anthony Towns, but then they also traded for Tyus Jones. They traded 2 first-round picks to Cleveland for a winning point guard. This point guard went to a Final Four. He won a championship with Duke. He flat out knows how to win, even if he's just going to be a backup for Ricky Rubio. Philadelphia 76ers. People complain, they have too many centers now. They drafted Jahlil Okafor. Where's he going to play with Embiid and Noel? First of all, if Jahlil Okafor is there at 3 in any draft, you always take him. 76ers got what could have been a number 1 pick in any other draft at number 3. This makes Embiid expendable. This makes Nerlens Noel expendable if they wanted to trade one of them. I think if there's one thing, Jahlil Okafor is a keeper. Another big winner, obviously the Miami Heat. They took Justice Winslow 10th overall. I already explained why that is one of the biggest steals in the draft. Pat Riley comes out on top once again. Another team who was a winner, the Denver Nuggets. They picked Emmanuel Mudiay, point guard who played in China, 7th overall. This kid was supposed to be top 5 pick. You could argue that he's actually the best point guard in this draft over D'Angelo Russell. I don't think that myself, but some people do. This makes Ty Lawson tradable, who he wants to get out of Denver. It's no secret. He wants to leave Denver. They drafted point guard of the future, Emmanuel Mudiay. They're winners in this draft. My 3 second-round picks who are going to have the biggest impact in the NBA 5 years from today are 1, Montrezl Harrell, power forward out of Louisville. Earlier I explained I don't know how he fell to the second round to Houston. He was a projected first-round pick, and I don't think any Rocket fans are going to be complaining about him. Second, Jordan Mickey, who was picked right after Harrell, 33rd by the Boston Celtics. He's kind of undersized, but he led the nation in blocks. He averaged over 3.5 blocks a game, super athletic, Boston's going to be real happy with him considering they got him in the second round. Also, Pat Connaughton out of Notre Dame. He got selected 41st by Brooklyn, but he's on his way to Portland in that Mason Plumlee trade. He was a projected second-round pick. I'm not sure why. Great value right there. 41st pick for a guy like that, you guys will see 5 years from now. Also, I just wanted to throw out there's always busts in the first round, maybe even in the top 3 picks. I just wanted to say top 3 picks in this draft are going to be great. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jahlil Okafor, and D'Angelo Russell. Who knows? One of them could buzz, but I'm just saying now. I see it. They're all going to be great players. I don't think any of Minnesota, Los Angeles, or Philly are going to be complaining about any of their picks. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.